Small change of plan this morning. I was going to continue on with the Doosan trenching and putting that drain in, but it's raining and I don't fancy doing it in the wet. Second, Father's a little bit down in the dumps, so I said to him last night, Dad, if it's raining, do you fancy going out tomorrow? Where, he says. I said, let's go to Cotswold Farm Machinery. So why are we going to CFM? Well, it's for this. I need to put a monitor bar up in the tractor, and they have one. I nearly choked when they told me how much it was. And then Paul goes, well, actually, this has been in stock for years. He said, it's in a box. He said, so you can have it at a discount. And I said, well, how much? And he gave me a number plus VAT. And I said, well, how about that number including VAT? All right then. So that's it. So I'm going to go up anyway. And I thought, well, while I'm going, I might as well take Dad. He didn't come out for a jolly. So, you know, cheer him up a little bit. But before we go, I just got to double check everything down here is okay, because I'm pretty sure you are going to need a bale. If not now, this afternoon. I think you're okay for this morning here. You are. But I reckon they might want a bale of silage at their end. So the last 2 bales of hay were a bit, yeah. So they've been chomping through the silage. We'll make sure they won't go hungry while I'm away. Yeah, definitely room for a bale in there. Let's do that. While we're looking at the mower, somebody commented the other day, oh, have I done the service on that? Have I done it? And did they miss it? Well, the answer is no, I haven't done it. The idea was I was going to take it out, wash it all off, and then do it. And I thought, well, I couldn't actually see the point in getting it wet again. Now it's in the dry, so I kind of left it. But it is a job to be done before haymaking, is literally do all the blades, the belts. It's probably about an hour and a half's work to do it. So when I do it, I'll bring the camera, I promise. All right, it's just that it was dry and I didn't want to get it wet. I might have got a little bit carried away with the knife down there. Hopefully it doesn't split on me. Hopefully. So the calf has been drawing the flesh out of her. No, you have to get back. Back, back. Patience. Mind your backs, mind your backs. No, come out of there, out. Get off. Keep them quiet for a couple of hours. No, get out, 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 out. Woo, go on, you get your heads out. Right, that's that done. I got no tree team in for a couple of days, so Mikey and Stewie are at college today and tomorrow. Ewan's left, he's decided to go and work for himself, be self-employed. Good luck to him. And Martin, well, I didn't want Martin working by himself, so I've given him a couple of days off too. Anybody local want some free firewood? I think I mentioned it the other day. That video may not have come out yet, but I've got that lot there to get rid of. Not that in there, the greeny stuff, but the browny stuff. All that. It's Western red cedar, Thuya. Perfectly good on a log burner with a steel lined flue. I wouldn't put it on an open fire or a log burner without a steel lined flue. But if you do have a steel lined flue and you're local and you want some free firewood, call me. Just reminded me of a comment by a certain gentleman, Andy. I think he called me lazy because I haven't repaired that box. The reason I haven't repaired that box, Andy, is because I have another one. And the idea is to take that one off and bolt the other one on, but it may not go back in the same place. I might put the second box somewhere else because obviously this is being clouted by the swing arms. It's too big. So it's one of those things where I know it wants doing, but I don't think that's the right place for it. Do I leave it there, or do I find somewhere else to put it? I mean, Marshall trailers actually do a box that fits in the back of the trailer. Do I bite the bullet and fit a proper box? Yeah, no, I've got enough expenses right now, so that's on the nice to-do list, not the need. So depending on what the weather does this afternoon, we will either be fitting that monitor bar in the tractor, which I think, to be honest, is only 4 or 5 bolts, or if it's not raining, we might be back on the Doosan again. Peekaboo. Right then, so Cotswold farm machinery is that way. Dad is 9 miles that way, so I've got to go 18 miles before I start my trip to Cotswold farm machinery, which is 45-minute drive that way. And some would say, well, why are you bothering? Well, the reason I'm bothering is you only ever get one dad, and he's sat at home by himself, bored. Well, he's not by himself. Bernice is in this morning, but you know, just to get him out and about and seeing stuff. And that was the whole idea, was to get him out and about. Something a bit interesting for him. So that's why I'm going that way first.
Oh, it's a deer on it.
No, it was a Fent, I think.
Was it?
Yeah.
It's got about now.
Yeah. Well, it had red wheels, green with red wheels, so. Got turf tyres on it, so he ain't a farming car. Look at it.
That's probably the...
Yeah, he's brand spanking. That's Phil Ball in there.
Eh?
That's Phil Ball in there.
Is it?
Yeah.
Who?
Phil Ball.
Where from?
Chandler's.
Eh?
Chandler's.
Oh, he's got a cellar.
Yeah. You know Phil Ball, boss at Chandler's.
I don't.
he's just realised who's behind him.
That's what he sold, is that?
Yeah, he's delivering that.
Stupid pumper.
Yeah, it is.
Do you, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Too small for me.
Eh?
Too small for me now.
Is it?
Yeah.
I can't really get it.
Where are you going, Mush?
Hmm?
Just wondering where this van's going. Oh, there. Well, we have arrived.
With some kit here now.
Yeah. I think I'm going to stick you actually in there and I can get in and out easy. Yeah, it's a bit rough here. Yeah, it's all here.
Go backwards,
Right, no time for a guided tour, I'm afraid, but lots of red stuff. And I did have a chat with George about maybe next year and plans. If this year goes to plan or not. Right, you going to keep her in the front?
Yeah, it's great to go in the back now.
Eh?
Put her in the back.
You lost seatbelt? Yeah, you're sat on it. They might even be shutting the door. Hang on. Yeah. Okay. So I've given you a better elevated position there. You can see better now, dog. Right. Yeah. Well, do you want to put that behind the stick, because if I have to stop quick, you don't want to get that stuck on you, do you?
She's good at gold, really.
Squeak?
Yeah.
Yeah, she just wants to be involved.
That's it.
Right.
It's like being on her own. She likes her company. Like
Yeah,
me.
yeah. Right.
But you haven't got no corn now, have you?
No, he's, well, I don't know. I mean, so whether his contract's growing it for somebody else, I honestly don't know. I think he's fell out of love with growing grains.
Something like that.
Too many rules and regulations and red tape and red tractor and bullshit.
You've got the combine's gone, haven't you?
Combine's gone, the sprayer's gone. Yeah, I think he just got fed up with the bullshit, so.
I think he's just, somebody said he's been growing more forever, haven't he?
I think he's gone down to some SFI perhaps and do a lot of grass for haymaking.
Oh, that's not right.
Silage and haymaking, so. I don't know, I would just, that's what I'd heard.
Good place. He's no chicken, haven't he?
He's only a year older than me. Yeah. Right, that's Dad dropped back off home. Emma's making him some dinner. Didn't get to shoot much at CFM. I was kind of hoping to do a bit more around with Dad, but the yard is not wheelchair friendly. No, he'd have lost his teeth if I tried taking him around there. So yeah, so if you're expecting a bit more, sorry, but yeah, and he was ready to, by the time I got there, we had to take the long way around because road closures and that. He was tired, so I was like, all right, I'll just come back. So sorry if you expected a bit more, but I did get my monitor bar. I hope it's the right one. It's obviously for a more modern tractor than mine because it's got all the cables in for monitors to plug in through mental blockage. So nope, it's gone. It's gone. Well, we'll see. So when I get home, I'll have me lunch and maybe we'll just offer it up and see if it is the right one. So Paul hasn't actually charged my account for it yet, just in case it's the wrong one, but I did, while I was there, treat myself to a pair of overalls. So when I bought my case tractor in 2004, it came with a free pair of overalls. Unfortunately, the overalls I think they gave me were mediums. They're too small. I've never really been able to put them on. So I got a new case tractor and a nice pair of case overalls, couldn't wear them. So I've treated myself to a new pair of case overalls so I can look nice and smart until I get them dirty. So now I've got two pairs of overalls. Means I can put one in the wash. Right, shall we see if I've actually bought the right thing? It looks right, but we're not going to know until we match it up. Fingers crossed. Happy days.
It's Chloe's on the phone.
Chloe.
Hi, Dad.
Yeah,
Okay.
you
Yeah. Well, apparently Holly's doing fresh baps. She's doing breakfast baps for a local pub tomorrow morning. Bacon, sausage and egg. And she just asked if I'd like to try one. I did say I could probably force one down. So I did think about bringing the bracket down here and trying to see if it fits down here. But you know, all my tools are at the workshop. So I think I'm just going to take the tractor to the workshop and just do it there. I hope I got the right one. It's got a bolt on there and there. I'm having some doubts. I mean, at the end of the day, if it is the wrong one, it's not been charged to my account yet. And part of the exercise, as much as anything else, and although some people might think it's a complete waste of time, as much as it was good to get my dad out of the house, to just do something different with him. So, I mean, our time together is not infinite, it's limited. So, and while he's incapacitated doing a lot of things himself, I want to feel like I'm doing my bit. Right then. So these caps here have never been off. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. But I probably will put them back on. Provided this thing's fit. What are they? 19s? 17s? 17 or 19. And those took there are a great big Phillips. So great big Phillips and a 19mm spanner. First off, let's just see if it's going to fit. No point in getting a spanner if it ain't going to go on there. Oh, it might. Does it go on there? I'm having some doubts. And what's that all about? I don't think that's right. It's not right. It's not right. Bum. Bottoms. Arse. Don't go anywhere else, does it? No, it's got to go on that side. That up there fits on there. But is there another bracket? Am I missing a bit? Hang on. There is no other bracket, only that thing that fits on that. What's that yellow light for? Unless it just lights up the dashboard. And these things here, well, so that's isobus connections, which I don't have. I think it's the wrong one. I think this is for a different cab. Could I make it fit? No, not with that in there. Oh well. back to the drawing board. Just as well I didn't get the spanners out, innit? Bum. And yeah, you can see what I'm trying to do. There will be a right bar for this that goes on there that fits this tractor, but it is not this one. Right, I'll put it back in the box. I've rung George. I'll ring Paul in a minute and let him know. Apparently, they may not be able to get one for this tractor. They stopped making them, I think he said. So maybe I'll call TH White's, because this is the same toolbar as in the TS 100 or the TS Ranger tractors. So maybe they've got one. I suppose I tempted fate bringing the tractor up here, assuming I was going to fit it. Serves me right. I suppose I did get a pair of overalls though, you know, something I've even promised myself for, I don't know, 20 years.